Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will be doing different classification of computer networks based on their size. Now, based on the size of a network, the network can either be classified as a personal area network, a local area network, a metropolitan area network, or a wide area network. So, we will be studying about all of these. In today's lecture, we'll be seeing two types of classification, which is the personal area network and the local area network. So starting with the personal area network, as the name suggests, personal means for a single person. Okay, so this is a network that is developed for the benefit of a single person. Now, what are the common example of such a network? See, whenever you have a computer and you connect that computer, say wirelessly or wired or through a wired medium or through cable wires with its peripherals. Now, these peripherals can be a keyboard, it can be a mouse, it can be speakers. So whenever a computer is connected wirelessly or using wires through its to its peripherals, it forms a single network. Okay, so this is a small network that is used for the benefit of a single person, and that is why it forms a personal area network. Now, when these devices communicate with each other, they form a network which is connected to exchange information. Okay, now another example of a personal area network is your car connected with your mobile phone via Bluetooth. So Bluetooth technology is a very important technology when it comes to personal area network, because most of the personal area networks nowadays make use of this Bluetooth technology when wireless communication is involved. So if computer is connected with its peripherals through Bluetooth, then it will be a wireless network, otherwise it can be a wired network. Similarly, when your wireless headphones are connected to say TV or to your PC, then also a Bluetooth is being used, and this is again a wireless personal area network. Okay, so each of the networks that we will be studying will be either wired or wireless. That does not matter, but the important categorization is, or the difference between main difference between these networks would be the range of communication or the size, the area that they expand. Okay, so for a personal area network, the range of communication is a few meters. Okay, so your personal devices, maybe your pacemakers or your hearing aids, which are connected, which communicate with a small kind of user based remote also, their range is up to a few meters only. This is an important categorization or a distinction from other networks that we'll be studying. Now, coming to local area networks or LANs. LANs are the most widely used kind of networks these days, because the range of communication for a LAN is a single building. Now, this single building can either be your own room, it can be your labs, it can be your school, or it can also be a single campus building or a campus that expands few hundred of meters. Okay, so it can be a room, it can be a lab, it can be a school, it can be your campus also. Now, the range of communication for this LAN generally varies from say 10 meter to hundreds to 500s or even 1 kilometer. Okay, so LAN expand a wider area as compared to personal area networks. And the most common example of LAN is, as I said, if you have multiple devices connected in a area of your room, then it is also forming a LAN, where if you have a router, you can be wirelessly connected. You can wirelessly connect your mobile phones and printers with Wi-Fi printer technology, or you can also connect through cables your computers, your laptops and other devices through the to the router. So in labs also, school labs or college labs, multiple computers are connected to the same internet connection, and they are not only connected to the internet but among themselves also they communicate. So that forms a larger network, but still it is a local area network because the range of communication is from say 10 meter to 1 kilometer. If this is the range in which all the devices are present and communicating, it generally is a local area network. Then, just like a personal area network, the local area network can also be wired or wireless if all the devices are connected through cables, physical cables, twisted pair cable or fiber optic cables or even coaxial cables, then it is a wired network. Otherwise, if they are communicating wirelessly. Now, in case of local area network, wireless communication over a very short distance can be possible through Bluetooth, but otherwise wireless communication will be possible through other forms of waves and signals that travel through air. Okay. Now, for wireless LAN, or as you know it as most commonly Wi-Fi, the IEEE standard is IEEE 802.11. So this is a standard name for Wi-Fi that you use in your homes nowadays very frequently, in your colleges, in your personal and professional lives. So Wi-Fi is wireless LAN, and the official standard name for it is IEEE 802.11. Okay, and its speed of internet, the speed of connectivity, exchanging information for a wireless LAN is generally up till few hundreds of Mbps. So it is generally varying from 10 to 100 Mbps, where Mbps stands for megabits per second. Okay, megabits per second, which means 10 raised to power 6 bits per second. 1 Mbps is equal to 10 to the power 6 bps. Okay, so 1 mbps is equal to this. So if you have a wireless LAN, generally the speed will vary from 10 to hundreds of Mbps. Okay, so it can be 70 Mbps, it can be 200 Mbps, it depends on your connectivity. Now, Ethernet is an example of wired LAN. Okay, and it is the most common example of wired LAN, which was given the standard name IEEE 802.3. So these two names you need to remember for your exams also. And Ethernet is formed when multiple different devices use the Ethernet protocol and are connected using Ethernet cables. Okay. Now, one important point that you must remember is that in a local area network, the topologies of the network can vary. So what is a topology? Topology is basically the structure of the network, you can say. This organization of different devices in a network. Okay, so all the devices can either be connected via a common cable, which is generally known as the bus topology, and all the devices can also be connected in a form of a ring, where all these devices, which I am showing through these small arrows, these devices are connected together to form a ring. This is known as a ring topology. So different kinds of LANs may have different kinds of topology or different kinds of structures. So but irrespective of their topology, they will if they are expanding an area between 10 meter to 1 kilometer, they will form a LAN. So we will study in detail about topology in the upcoming videos also. But before that, you must understand the concept of virtual LANs also. So sometimes it might happen, it might be the case that an organization has developed or has set up a local area network in its building, But within that building, if all of these are different nodes that are present in that local area network, suppose within all these nodes which are forming the local area network, there is also a subcategorization. Say the nodes that are present here, which I am marking with red, belong to the computer department, whereas the nodes which are present or marked here with the blue circle are belonging to the maths department. So the organization might want to set up an internal network between all the nodes of the computer department and a sub network between all the nodes of the maths department. So instead of setting up two different LANs, what it does, the organization might divide the existing LAN such that two virtual LANs will be developed. So virtual means something that is not existing in physical form. Physically there is a single LAN, but they are connected in a manner such that if somebody wants to communicate only with the devices of the computer department, then the virtual LAN for the computer department can be used such that the messages between this virtual LAN will not be sent or shared or driven through other devices of the maths department, and same goes for the other department also. So when we are not physically dividing the network, but we are virtually or logically dividing the network such that a sub network is formed among the larger LAN, then this concept comes up of virtual LAN. So all these points are important for you to remember when you are describing a local area network. The most important point is the range of communication and the distance that is traversed, or the distance in which a local area network can be set up. More than 1 kilometer, if a network expands, it will become a metropolitan area network. Okay, then you also need to know the two standards for wireless LAN, which is known as Wi-Fi, which is IEEE 802.11, and Ethernet, which is wired LAN, and the standard for that is IEEE 802.3. Okay, so these are the important points for local area network and personal area networks. I hope you have understood both these types of networks. In the next video, we will be studying about metropolitan area networks and wide area networks. Thank you for watching. Till we meet in the next video, mind your exam.